Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Not a game. We talking about practice.
We thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
A different league. I'm coming. I'm flat out coming.
It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Sports Report Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan. I got literally a cast of thousands with me tonight. Thousands. So let's go ahead and get everybody in here. First, let me go ahead and introduce my illustrious co-host who have forgotten more baseball than I will ever know because I'm dealing with Asian women. Remember my man, 7. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Man, why are you going to say cast of thousands and call out all of Dan's multiple personalities like that? That's just disrespectful.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. All right. Let me go ahead and bring in my man from the Geek Gauntlet. Yeah, he was with me when I got these pictures back up. Give my man Ando, what's going on, man?
First off, come on. Shouts out to the beautiful Wonder Woman and Raven over there. I know you called dibs on Supergirl, which is why I didn't call her out. Second off, 7. You should know by now that I was in the military for 4 years, so with as much paint as I was painting the side of the boat, I probably have 19 to 200,000 personalities myself, so I'm glad to take the bullet for that. And third, I got myself a Mountain Dew. Let's have a blast.
That's the best one.
Welcome to the show. Let's kick it off, man. Let's have
the best one. That's the best one.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let me bring in our basketball analyst, my man, the owner of Walmart and Trailer Parks. They bring my man Dan to dig in. Dan, what's up?
Just on that note.
Fuck yeah, let's go. Blast off, brother.
I thought it was the normal one when I bought it.
Yeah.
Does it say zero sugar? Are you watching
not
your
bad.
season?
No,
dude, that's how he gets that really dark, luscious beard.
I wanted the full flavored like Ando has, but yeah. I picked up the black one and I was like, yay, Baja Blast. Not the same thing. Not the same thing.
Do it. Hey, check out Hy-Vee. I'm pretty sure you got Hy-Vees down there in Lincoln. No?
I'm in Fall City, man. I'm in bumfuck Egypt.
Okay. I'll tell you what. The next time you go to a big city with a Hy-Vee, they were running them on sale. They were like $2.99 when you buy 4 of them. So
we have a Dollar Fresh, which is a Hy-Vee little sister.
Okay.
Subsidiary. They claim them for the money, but they don't actually claim them for what they do. Yeah.
Kind of like all the old Shopco.
Good place. That place has it. I don't shop.
That bitch sound like a detergent. Dollar Fresh.
Yeah.
Dollar Fresh. Yeah. It's a
They sell them at the Dollar General, the one that has $6 Generals inside.
Come smell the roses.
Hold on before we go any further.
From the original player versus team, it's good to have these gentlemen on with me. First, let me bring my man John in. John, what's up?
What's happening, man?
How you doing, man? Doing all right?
Yeah, sleeping.
I'm still mad about my Bulls. We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
And
last but certainly not least, I ain't seen this brother in 28 years. My man Swag, what's up?
Oh shit!
You muted.
You still in that hoodie, man?
How you doing, man? You doing all right?
Yeah.
I ain't see you in a minute, bro. Appreciate you
I'm
rolling
telling you.
Man,
Hey, we got swag in the building. Hell yeah. It's
John,
going to be a night tonight.
John, I'm sleepy too.
Hey, John, don't worry. We got Sparky sitting up here in the corner, so
I see Spyro sitting in the back end.
No, it's
I'm gonna
Sparky.
leave you alone
Spyro's
today,
purple.
man.
Spyro's purple. This is Sparky. This is his long lost cousin. So we good. We good.
He looks more like that dragon that was on the PBS channel. But okay.
Oh,
He looks
Dragon
like the dragon.
Tail. That was the name of the shit.
That's what he looks like. He looks like the dragon that fucked Donkey, and we all know which one Ando is in that relationship.
Oh,
I said I was gonna leave you alone today, Ando. I ain't gonna
tonight, man.
fuck with you, man. I ain't gonna do it tonight.
Oh,
man.
Dude, you know what? If I didn't want it, he wouldn't have been on the show. So fuck it, bring it on, man. Let's go.
Okay.
We said tonight was going to be a blast, brother. We said tonight was going to be a blast.
Oh, yeah. All right, the first thing I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and put Dan to work. I do want to talk about this trade that the Chicago Bulls did. I'm still pissed off. I get it. I understand it. But I'm still pissed off about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it on the hardwood. Let's go. All right, Dan. You got to explain. You got to help me with this, Dan, because I'm emotionally scarred from this. DeMar DeRozan gets traded to the Sacramento Kings. Barnes goes to the San Antonio Spurs. We get Duhan 2 first-round draft picks and cash considerations. I hate when they say cash considerations. It could have been $2 for all we know. I hate that crap.
Enough money for a fax machine.
Oh, DeMar DeRozan for some semblance of a future is what they call that trade.
Because those weren't even first-round picks, right? They were 2 seconds that we got.
Mm-hmm.
DeMar DeRozan is like 34, I believe, at this point.
34 years old.
Yeah. I was gonna say, were you that attached to DeMar DeRozan, or was like because I don't know why you would be.
I just hate to see DeMar go, man. He was such a good player.
He's the best player they had.
He's the best player we had.
For sure. But like, I mean, obviously they have to leverage some of that towards the future. I mean, DeMar DeRozan's not carrying them to a title at this point. Let's be completely honest. I mean, if that's the goal, then you have to make this trade for cash considerations. They're like, we're like $100K short on Duhan's contract. You guys cover that? That's what that means.
That's pretty much what happens.
The Bulls just don't sell anything. They don't sell anything anymore. So
It'd be funny if you don't make. It'd be funny if you don't make the team. Be funny as hell if you don't make the team.
I mean, they probably don't want him to, do they? How big's that deal? How big's that deal got to be?
But I mean, at least for DeMar DeRozan, he finally has a shot at a ring.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, it makes Sacramento. I mean, you can argue that it makes Sacramento a contender.
It does.
Because now they got Fox, they got
a
bonus, they got an official second scorer now in DeRozan. I don't see how they don't make a
Fox, DeRozan's a bonus. Yeah.
Fox.
Only because they didn't have to give up anything on the roster now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
they just had to give up Harrison Barnes. Big whoop.
Yes.
Because Harrison Barnes is so important.
He can go.
Harrison Barnes is going to be the centerpiece. He's going to be the centerpiece of a title team next year. You guys know that. I mean, Harrison Barnes is a cornerstone. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Here was my question, the whole deal. Is Sacramento going to get enough out of DeRozan as far as production is concerned to warrant the loss of the 2 first-round picks?
It doesn't matter because they're wanting to do it right now. If you want to do it right now, I mean, that's just you leverage it into a guy who's got 2 years left.
I think they get enough out of him.
Yeah. No, I figure as long as he gets 15, 20 points a game, which he can do easy, that's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna at least average 20 or more.
Yeah,
in the mid range.
The Bulls also aren't notoriously good drafters.
No.
Unless they just get the number 1 overall pick and it's a no doubter.
No brainer.
Which holy shit, how about no doubters in the fucking NBA draft this year? Like there's none.
No.
There was none. It was just like, okay, well,
guaranteed with nobody.
No.
So,
mix it all up, throw it against the wall and see what happens because that's pretty much
what Zach Edey was the best player. Some people considered Zach Edey the best player in the tournament this year, and he went second round?
He went 15.
You mean Amish Yao Ming?
Yeah.
Amish Yao Ming.
So
what was that, Swag? What'd you say, Swag?
What?
I thought you said something. My fault.
No, he was just laughing.
Oh, okay.
I was saying, DeRozan, he could be another closeout, just like Fox. So you get to have two closeouts in one team.
Yeah.
Somebody else who can get their own shot at this point.
Yeah.
Like, who is go. Like? It was what's his name? I keep saying want to say Kurt Heinrich. That's not it. It's white dude that shoots threes. I can't remember his name for some reason off the top of my head. Haven't heard her.
Herder? Oh, okay. Like, who is he talking about?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that guy's not gonna. Yeah, like he's not gonna be getting his own shot. So I mean, DeMar DeRozan works
retired,
right? Yeah.
No,
Kurt Heinrich's coming back? No, I'm just.
Hey, I did love that squad though with Kurt Heinrich and Ben Gordon. I love watching them play.
Yeah, it just hurt me, man, because we lost Caruso first.
Yep.
For
Josh Giddey.
For Josh getting his issues.
Yeah.
I mean, to me.
Lonzo coming back.
Lonzo ain't coming back. That motherfucker doing.
If Lonzo can stand up on his knee,
he done.
Lonzo got to come back with this BS is wild.
He done. I think he's done. The thing that made me upset with Giddey, not so much of his situation with the legal issue.
Yeah.
If you look at how he conducted himself to the playoffs and in press conferences, it's like he's just like mentally weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Australian.
He looks
whatever that means.
Look defeated.
That chick is definitely 17 years old for one. Like, duh, Josh Giddey. Did you see that chick? Come on, Josh Giddey. Fucking Australians.
He thought he was still in Australia.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
but somebody told me, or I read it somewhere, the age of consent in Australia at 15.
Dude, you can see a cultural thing, like the Wander thing, dude. Like they date younger chicks. They just do. Yeah. Like it's what part of their culture. Like I'm not defending either one of them. I don't know what the fuck happened, but like.
Wish my daughter would bring somebody home 19. She fit. Motherfucker getting his ass whipped.
I'm recording.
How weird is it though? How weird is 19 and 16 mentally? 19 and 16 mentally is not that much different.
He's still getting his ass whipped.
For sure. No, I agree with you. He's out of that's a whole thing. He's out of high school and shit. He's out of high school. He's out of high school. He's like not hanging out with them anymore.
He's fucking leaving a drink.
Yeah. But like if you think about it, like 19 and 16, not like so when you turn 19 years old, you like gain some kind of knowledge.
Between me and my son, we whooping his ass. He does.
Right. Okay. Like right when you turn 19, though, you gain some kind of knowledge that says that you can have sex with people. Like that shit. Right when you turn 19, it all happens at once, right? Oh no, it doesn't. Like,
how much y'all want to bet that he gonna get in trouble in Chicago?
It's fucking Chicago. Everybody gets in trouble in Chicago.
Plus, everybody get in trouble. It's too much shit to do. It's cold, but it's too much shit to do.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get his ass kicked right now. Oh, you that white guy that touched that little. You walked into the wrong part.
Yeah. He got stomped out outside the arena.
Yep.
Like,
he can't go to no White Sox games. That's for sure.
But
they have white in the name. They have white in the name. Why can't I go?
Ladies and gentlemen, this person I'm bringing in not only has extensive baseball knowledge, but he's also the man who rules the land of X. Remember my man Ambrose in? Ambrose, what's up?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What's going on, man? Speaking of the White Sox, look at it, got a hat on. Hey, but let me switch gears. DeMar, we're gonna miss you, bro. And Ando, we just gonna have the first pick in the lottery. That's all that
matters. Right? We got something to look forward to.
They checked. Kurt Heinrich is busy at the YMCA with his knee-high socks on.
Yo. First off, I know I've said this before.
Trying to get ready for
the city that I live in, Sioux City, Iowa, represent Kurt. Okay, so
balling, dude. You know he's in the YMCA, just knocking down threes, making bounce passes.
Man. You know, for real. But for real, do you know how revered he is in Chicago to this day?
Heinrich?
Yeah, they still love him.
At Kansas too, he's a fucking crowd favorite.
Oh yeah,
between him and Collison, dude, that J squad, that Jayhawk squad was fucking legit, dude.
It was
at LA Fitness, dude. Just knee-high socks, knee pads.
He's that guy who's still playing at the YMCA,
shooting free throws, making every free throw.
Can't forget the goggles. Gotta get the goggles.
Can't forget the goggles.
Yeah.
Getting so much puss. Getting so much puss, dude.
He hit it with his goggles on.
Yep, every time. He's wiping them off in the middle of it.
The goggles on.
But outside of the free throw line, he has the accuracy of a stormtrooper.
Getting moist in here, boys.
Let me switch gears because this next person is going to be a little controversial. But we've talked about Angel Reese. We talked about it. We talked about him on the show before. Bronny James.
Yeah,
this fool then got shown up, ankles broke by Mr. Arms the other night in Summer League. The dude was undrafted trying to make a team, and he got his ankles broke.
They're all really good, Will.
Broke.
They're all really good at basketball.
No, you know how hard it is to make a Summer League team?
Yeah, that dude went 2 for 9 and 4 points.
I'm also not really buying the Bronny James excuses where he's like, I wasn't trying that hard.
No. The person you need to rag on, the person you need to get on is Bron, because Bron up here telling some it doesn't matter about the stats, it's about the improvement. The thing I want to ask y'all is this: it's funny that Bron didn't give anybody else of youth that same excuse. He didn't give Josh Hart that excuse.
Nope.
He didn't give Brandon Miller
he got
that
rid of
excuse.
that whole squad, boy. Y'all out of here. Y'all suck. Get off my team.
But now you want to
He
say
even got rid of Magic as the owner.
Yeah.
The stats don't matter. What matters is having Dwayne Wade as your teammate.
Hey, but now he's up here talking about it don't matter. It don't matter, y'all. It's all progress. You ain't get anybody else progress.
Hold on that last name, brother.
No, hold on. Okay, first of all, obviously the point's already been made about how difficult it is to even just make a summer league team.
I can't make a summer league team.
When we talk about
Endo.
when we talk about the previous players, the youth that LeBron traded, LeBron didn't say they sucked. He just said he couldn't play with him. He needed people that knew what he was going to do without him having to tell him every step of the fucking way. Those young guys don't know shit.
He said, I need to do it now. I'm trying to do it now. I'm not trying to do it in 4 years.
He's looking at Bronny as development. Those guys, he was looking at, they need to develop. I ain't got time for that shit. So I can't be critical of him for getting rid of them, but saying that I'm right. Plus, it's his son.
Yeah.
What are the possibilities? What are the possibilities of there being 3 Jameses on the court at the same time? Because they're saying that his other kid's going to go pro too.
I think other kid can hoop.
Bryce
can hoop.
I don't, dude. No. So LeBron just signed a 2-year deal, max contract to stay 2 more years. I don't see it happening. I think
in that second year, though, his kid's eligible for the draft.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think
I just can't see him being there by the time Bryce gets there. I just can't.
No, he'll slow down in two years. That's when he's going to officially all right, he's not going to be that guy no more.
Yeah.
He's given Bronny a year to play in the G League, give him time to work up, and then that last season will be when he actually gets to play with Bronny. I don't think anybody reasonably expects Bronny to be on the Lakers roster this year.
No, I don't think so either.
And not reasonably.
Let's not underestimate.
I was about to say, not reasonably.
I mean,
if he performs, I would have no problem with it. But he's got to show a lot of improvement because right now he's not ready. But in summer league, he just came out of 1 year of college. He's not ready. I don't think anybody's going to argue that.
No. I mean, because a lot of people are comparing it to Griffey Sr. and Griffey Jr. Griffey Jr. was ready. Griffey Jr. was ready to go.
He was ready.
We don't know if Bronny is ready to go. By the way, Ambrose, at all. I mean, honestly, we don't know. There's no.
I mean, it was a lock that Junior was ready. It was a lock.
Sure.
See, I kept telling Lakers fans he should literally play one more year in college. I don't think he's ready to early put this dude in the NBA. He's not ready yet.
You're 100% correct. Yep.
I think.
What about wouldn't the competition and the support in the G League be better than what he was getting in a college program? That's why I thought he was doing this.
I think the pace for G League is a lot faster than college.
Well, he's got a guaranteed contract.
What's the G League? I thought it was the D League.
No, G League now.
The G League.
It's G League. Yeah.
Developmental sounded too much like they were.
He's got a 5-year guarantee contract.
or Bronny got a 4-year deal.
Yeah, 4-year deal. Okay, 4-year guarantee contract. So,
I mean, this
you get paid regardless.
Yeah,
y'all got to think about it. This is the Lakers wanted. Like Lakers fans, they're greedy every offseason and free agency. They want this player. They want this coach.
They didn't get shit.
They didn't get nothing.
They had the worst all season of all time.
And it's combined now. Because it's not only the Lakers want everybody in the offseason, it's LeBron wants everybody in the offseason. Now it's the Lakers with LeBron wanting everyone in the offseason. So that's why it's become like a fucking really
only person he got was JJ Redick.
Yep. Redick.
And you got him.
Is Redick enough? With his knee-high socks.
With his knee-high socks. I mean, the players
They got a good assistant coach, though.
Hey, he gonna coach better than Steve Nash, so hey, I'll give him that.
For sure.
There's no proof of that.
There really isn't, but
there really isn't.
We can guess it's probably there's literally nowhere to go.
There's no proof.
Down where there wasn't anything from Steve Nash. It's like there's at the bottom of the barrel. It's the worst you can do. Pretty much.
Is Steve Nash even like assistant coaching anywhere, or is he just out?
No, he tried it once. It was like, peace out, guys.
I mean, LA Fitness.
He had that one stick. No, I'm done.
He's probably visiting soccer games or something.
He's in soccer game in Canada. It's
out there.
LA Fitness in Canada or Toronto Fitness. And Ontario Fitness with knee-high socks.
He's somehow ended up on the Mets.
Just killing people.
Man, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
Can't wait for that.
Bad enough as it is. Don't do that to me.
I was gonna say that payroll is really helping out.
The Mets, it's Grimace and Nash leading them to the World Series.
Oh man.
Jeez.
It's looking Grimace and Nash.
Yeah, it's looking bad.
There's an old school reference for you.
Oh yeah. But do you think it's the reason why nobody wants to come to the Lakers is because of the situation that they're in right now?
It's basically a clown show, man.
Didn't we talk about this last week? I mean, I wouldn't want to come as a free agent. I want to talk about the team. I want to talk about the game. I don't want to answer questions about Bronny.
But
it's a distraction.
I get that, but there's an overall amount of chaos in LA.
It is.
And then when you add in the fact, like we talked about last week, the fucking California tax rates are just atrocious, especially when you're an athlete.
And the organization is becoming like the Cowboys.
You've got to, when you're a professional player, you got to ask yourself, do you want to go to the Lakers where you can just be one of the most covered teams in the sport and everything you do is ripped apart? You have to pay an ass load in taxes. And like you mentioned, you're probably going to be answering, at least at the start of the season, a lot of questions about your teammate's son. Because
the two premier teams in the NBA, or the two tradition of excellence teams, are the Celtics and the Lakers.
Yeah.
The Celtics had a rough patch in the 90s, but they've overall maintained their standards of excellence. They're almost always in the playoffs. Didn't they just win this year?
But yeah,
but they won with the super team. But they've been consistent. The Lakers have kind of tailed off after Kobe.
Yeah. They're less consistent now.
They're less consistent. They're becoming the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA.
Yeah, you said the Cowboys again. If the Cowboys moved to California and got Tom Brady, that's the Lakers. Yes, that would be kind of you get the GOAT.
I'm about to say that.
Move to California.
Let me ask you, who has the worst fan base, Cowboys or Lakers?
Cowboys.
Oh,
that's how is that even I'm not even a Lakers fan. I'll defend the Lakers.
I want to say,
but if I were, let me put it to you like this. Well, if I were a Lakers fan, I wouldn't have 30 bumper stickers on my car that says, "This is our year now." This is our year.
I mean, literally, there is the two separate fan bases though too. I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan. Right. So they just care about I just kind of care what LeBron does. I don't really care. I honestly I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm really not. So I don't really that's a weird thing too. It's got to be because some of that fan base is wanting LeBron to do well. Some of the fan base is okay, we're still Lakers fans.
Because it's hard because he's played for so many teams. If you're a fan of the player, you're a fan of the player.
I'm not biting.
Dan, I'm going to say
I wasn't even trying to make
it working on my anger. I've been working on my anger, and I'm keeping it underneath tonight. So I'm just gonna work with you, and I'm gonna leave it like
what am I doing?
I'm gonna say it like this. I agree with you part way. I've slowly probably because of you, have grown into a LeBron fan. But I think it's a lot like the NFL. It's a lot like in baseball where if the Yankees don't make the playoffs, something's wrong in baseball. Like you have to picture when I picture the Western Conference in the NBA, the Lakers need to be in the playoffs. It's just like the Warriors of the 2010s. In the 2010s, you expect to see the Warriors in the playoffs. Like when I look at basketball playoffs, as a fan of basketball, the Lakers and the Celtics kind of need to be there. Like the Knicks should be there every year. The Bulls, just because I'm a Bulls fan, I'll say the Bulls.
Knicks need a new goddamn owner.
You have like the cornerstone of the NBA. And I feel like, especially in the Western Conference, the Lakers are that team that the status quo, I think for it to be correct, the Lakers need to be there. So that's why I root for the Lakers every year. Win, lose, or draw, I want the Lakers in the playoffs every year.
Because it makes it better. But like I like your analogy, but like the NBA now, dude, is not about teams. Like Major League Baseball is about teams. The NBA is about players. It has changed. It has shifted into that. Like obviously with Jordan, it was about Jordan a lot, but like it wasn't like there was still the teams that were the normal. You know,
like if you would have said 90s, 2000s, like I mean, almost always the Spurs, the Rockets, and the Jazz were always in the playoffs in the 90s. So I mean, as a fan of basketball, it's if those teams don't make it, what the hell happened?
Right, but at the same time, you're going Jordan's gonna like Jordan in the finals is like the thing.
Yeah. Jordan's gonna,
you know, like there's like the players are like the players have taken like a weird precedent over the team, which is in almost every sport if you think about it, besides baseball, because baseball is so old school and like there's so much history behind all the teams. They've had so many great players. It's like
that's in baseball. That's
live.
Hockey.
The team, the players are live.
Team oriented.
So.
Hockey, those players all come up together usually.
Yeah. Well, the NFL is still more team-centric. Like there's certain, I think the NFL is kind of where the NBA was in the 90s, where you've got a couple of players where it's about them and then everything else is team-centric below them. And realistically, it's Patrick Mahomes. And I mean, argumentally, the second most marketed player in the game right now is probably Christian McCaffrey.
I can go with that.
So
I would have said Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase is number 3.
I mean, there's like we'll say 5 players that are up in that top tier. Yeah. And then everything else below them is all team centric. And hockey, it's team. Baseball, baseball is actually kind of, I think, similar playing to the NFL because you've got a few specific players and then the rest is the team. But basketball, it's about the player now. That's what WWE was in the Attitude Era. It's about the individual.
The only
speaking of
Attitude Era had a lot of individuals though. Like
for sure.
Of course, it's not really a team sport, but you had an Attitude Era had a little bit of everything. So
it's
a little bit of everybody.
I got to say this real quick. about WB real quick. I wasn't planning on it, but that reminded me. John Cena retires next year.
Yep.
Damn. I mean, he might as well.
He looks like it. You can see his face shriveling up and shit.
Yeah. He's slowly becoming earnest.
I wonder. Damn.
Say that to his face, motherfucker.
I would, but I can't
see him, Dan.
I can't see him.
Oh shit! I'm gonna miss John though, for real. I mean,
I wonder who's gonna be his last match. That's gonna be.
It's supposed to be Randy Orton.
At some point it's going to be Randy. But I guess in the press conference after Money in the Bank, he said that WrestleMania may not necessarily be his last match, but it will be his last WrestleMania. So he's probably got 40 dates in 2025 that he's going to wrestle. He said for sure the Rumble, WrestleMania. I would not doubt if SummerSlam, probably Survivor. I would say Survivor Series. Yeah, Survivor Series will probably be his last one because that's a November premium live event. So that'll probably mark it there.
I think they should have let him break Ric Flair's
it's
record.
Very possible, John, that over the that 2025, that's what it. I think he has 1 6-month reign as WWE champion, and that does it.
Quick wrestling.
I mean, I think it's smart because you're in an industry where an inordinate amount of people die under the age of 50.
True.
And it's a really hard on the body. It's really hard, and the smart ones get out. And I mean, the only classic wrestler I grew up with that I could think of that's in relatively good health is Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, no.
The rest of them are all
good health.
We're gonna say mildly good health.
Well,
Let's be honest,
like
no,
but yeah, let's not say good health. That can function.
the steroid use throughout
we-
their entire careers doesn't really help as well with the
Taker and Foley. Taker and Foley are both, I would say, in better health than Hogan.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true.
I just saw Foley dancing
That's
with his
true.
daughter
Foley put him
on Instagram the other day.
Foley,
Dan, what
Foley's
was
a
your
legend.
question?
He's missing all
my
his
wrestling
teeth, but he's
question?
good.
Yeah.
The wrestling question was, what does Cena do after he retires? Do they just box him up and make him a GI Joe, or is it like a?
Nah, he's probably gonna keep that. I think he's
gonna go back to Hollywood.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna go down on the page.
Fast and Furious 20.
I see one of
Yes.
two things. Well,
He's
they
an
killed him.
enforcer.
Spoiler alert:
Who
they killed him
drives.
off in Fast 10.
Yep.
He could go absolutely peace, slowly transition into Hollywood, never be seen again. I could see it as kind of like a one-off special attraction.
Was that a
5
pun?
years from now,
Never be seen again.
Kind of like he'll be. I think he'll kind of like. He'll kind of be like Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go a little bit further and maybe even say The Rock, because he'll always have that drawing name.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
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 He can help put over a storyline.
It's going to take a lot to become Dwayne Johnson. Let's be honest.
No, he doesn't mean like level, but like in frequency.
Oh.
Like you should
Yeah, in terms of him coming back to
like
wrestle.
he'll be that guy that comes back and pushes somebody over for a storyline.
Right.
Right.
Smoldering brood.
Yeah.
I don't know though, because he seems like he's like The Rock likes being The Rock, and The Rock likes being in the spotlight. Cena, just something about him seems like when he walks away, he's going to walk away.
Yeah.
What says that?
Yeah, that whole childhood gonna be gone, man.
Yeah.
Like The Rock likes he comes from a family of wrestlers. He loves the business. I think it's a different scenario.
Yeah.
And
I want to say he has the part ownership in it now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Well, he's part of the ownership group that owns WWE and UFC.
Gotcha. That's what I thought.
He's just going to be sitting back going cha-ching.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cha-ching.
So we need KD to return.
Smell what The Rock is bringing.
Swag, let's not go there.
That guy's
The fit
bringing.
ain't going nowhere, man. Come on, man.
I'm a Suns fan, Swag. What? Just watch your mouth, because right now we.
By the way, R.I.P. I forgot which Wild Samoan died this past week, but one of the Wild Samoans died.
Roman Reigns' dad.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, Roman Reigns, he passed.
Okay, I seen who it was. I didn't know that was his
the other
dad.
one who passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Silo? I think it's Silo that passed.
I think it was him.
Yeah,
Hold on a second. Who was it, Rob? Sika. Sorry, Sika that passed away. My brother corrected me.
Yeah, it was Sika. Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough, man.
Oh, while we're talking about deaths, rest in peace to the Kyrie Jackson from Minnesota.
Yeah, that was sad, man.
That was a really good draft pick, man.
Yeah.
And
what happened?
He was
car crash in Maryland.
Killed by a drunk driver. Seriously, people, don't fucking drive drunk.
Exactly.
Why do we keep having to have this fucking conversation?
You know what? I've been a bartender for 20 years, and I tell everybody that leaves the bar, I say a lawyer, I say a parking ticket's cheaper than a lawyer. Take a cab.
Drink at home.
Man, he was
Aren't there like vehicles?
Fun in the bar.
There's like apps now that like vehicles come and pick you up from the bar, don't they?
Oh, word?
I swear.
What?
You could spend,
Wait, for real?
Really?
Yeah, it's like,
apparently you can spend what you just spent on a drink to get home.
Except not in Sioux City, Iowa, because we just don't have that.
I mean, in my business, I know a lot of people that have gotten DUIs, and lawyers are expensive.
Don't tell me that Sioux City doesn't have a fucking Uber, by the way.
Actually, we have Lyft. It's the off-brand of Uber.
For sure. But still, there's somebody who will come pick you up.
Not that you need it, because behind every bar is a fucking cornfield, so you can just pass out in the cornfield.
Absolutely.
Lyft all right, though.
Yeah.
Lyft ain't no wrong with Lyft.
Yeah, it works just the same.
It worked the same.
It's the same, yeah.
I just grab a couple knobs of corn and put it underneath your head. You got a fucking pillow.
Yeah.
And if it's hot enough, you have popcorn.
So
in
many
the
jokes.
Just leave it, Ambrose. It's fine. We're not trying to get reported tonight. That's
Hey, it ain't sports reports after dark yet, guys. We got to keep it.
Man.
You guys have no idea what that show's like.
Hey.
You really don't.
Fucking clue.
You really don't.
Oh God.
No clue.
We read Vince McMahon's text on that show.
Did you do it in his voice?
No,
Get out here, yo.
It was hard for me to do in my voice.
Like, those were just so fucking bad that we tried to make it funny. And
it was I forgot. I don't know if you guys watch any like geek channels on YouTube, but there's a channel called Side Scrollers run by Stutter and Craig.
Yeah,
and he was like, okay, I'm going to try to read the text in Vince McMahon's voice. And he got to like 2 words. And he was like, nope, you guys are going to clip me. I'm going to get canceled. I'm not doing it.
I think I got like 3 or 4 of them out in their completion. I was like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
like Tony, I don't want to do it anymore.
You guys hear the fucked up shit Dan and I say, like, and for us to be like, yeah, this is just
they're talking about basically it's a lot of gang stuff and a lot of like Vince McMahon is an interesting individual. Let's just say that.
You guys,
Dan Snyder if he did more cocaine.
For you people listening,
he has some crazy
listening. If Dan and Seven have a problem saying text from Vince McMahon, you know they're bad.
Rough.
Oh yeah.
We have no sense of moral compass. Like it's
rapey would be.
I mean, you go back and look at some of the shit he pulled in the Attitude Era on live television. It's crazy.
Oh my god!
I mean, who was the wrestler? Was it who was the wrestler that had a problem? Was it Booker T?
Yeah,
Booker T had a problem with him, didn't he?
That's why Booker T was gone for so long because he like.
It was a whole scandal that he was involved with Signature Pharmacy. It was a whole scandal. He had to prove himself right. And during that time he proved himself right. He left the E, went to TNA, got over there, and then came back over to the E and was even bigger than what he was. Shout out to Booker for doing that.
I mean, the guy that Vince McMahon made at first when he entered.
One of my favorites.
I want to say it was Booker T. He made him come out as G.I. Bro.
Yeah, he was.
No, that was WCW, bro.
No.
That was WWE.
No, before that, he was GI Bro before WCW.
Yeah, that was WWF.
No, it wasn't the F. It was GCW. He came out GI Bro.
Yeah.
Oh. Paul Heyman's another
I think it was Russo and WCW who watched some of Booker T's old stuff and like, dude, bro,
bring it
that's
back.
Fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta go, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta go. No.
Yeah, man.
We want to talk about dumbasses in wrestling, bro. You gotta do it like this, bro.
It's Braun now.
I could only imagine because Paul Heyman is such a scumbag too. Like the conversations that would go on between him and Vince McMahon.
Listen, you can say what you want about Paul Heyman, but the one thing you can never say he won't be. The one thing you can, because he already is. That man a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Sure is.
That man a Hall of Famer.
Sure is.
You can be a scumbag, you say what you want, but that man a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
And you can never ever say that he ain't. All right, there's some things about the NFL I do want to talk about. One question in particular, and then after that, we go get into some baseball. Let's go. All right, welcome to the huddle. I got a question, and this division is so poor.
I'm still a Raiders fan.
Oh man, yeah.
This division is so poor. I think people are forgetting about it. Can the NFC South make any noise this season?
Sure.
NFC South.
They just have to get rid of all of their owners, all of their GMs, all of their head coaches, get rid of the entire roster for all 4 teams and redraft
everything must go.
Hold on. Why are we hating on the Buccaneers, man? I happen to be a fan of Baker Mayfield. I like him.
You know what?
What?
I don't like Todd Bowles.
What?
I mean,
he kicked rocks at the bottom of the ocean.
Kick rocks. Now he got the one thing that he's never done well with expectations.
Thank you, Will. I was about to say that.
I'm sorry. He had expectations at Oklahoma, didn't he? And he still led him to a bowl win.
That's Oklahoma.
That's the big I hate Baker Mayfield. I hate Baker Mayfield because I was trouncing somebody in fantasy football one year, and then Baker Mayfield got me -2 points.
I will take my step back on top. Right, but I think it's hard for me to hate the Bucs because you go from this, the Buccaneers are so good because of Tom Brady, and then Baker Mayfield leads the team. And I get it that now Baker has expectations and, oh my God, he's not going to perform. I'm going to say until we get to that point, give Baker credit. Like, I mean, the dude could have played anywhere else. He's comfortable in the system that he had.
I can't.
Seven, go ahead. Seven.
I agree.
Go ahead, Seven.
As much I like Baker Mayfield. On paper, Baker Mayfield is a quality quarterback, and I don't think anybody can disagree with that on paper. On paper, and I'm going to say it that way.
Okay.
But when it comes into action, every time Baker Mayfield goes into a situation where there's zero expectations, he does well. His rookie season, when he got the Browns to the playoffs,
he's like Andy Dalton.
Exactly.
Yeah, bad
expectations. The expectations change the next year, and all of a sudden he starts to decrease. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand there were other issues.
Yeah, him being injured for one.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, there were issues, but where he had the opportunity to perform with expectations, he came up short.
Okay.
And that has been a consistent problem. Now, if he changes it this year, I think the narrative can start to change. But he's got to earn that. I like Baker Mayfield. He's got to earn that. He's got to earn that change in conversation because right now he's where he's at getting criticism because he fucking earned it.
So you are erring more on the side of until you see a difference, this is what I'm expecting.
But the thing is, it's a lot. It's hard to recover because in my opinion, and I don't think I'm too far off here or too off base. The Browns are one of the worst organizations in professional sports.
Right.
And when he was finally freed from the Browns and he had that game in LA with the Rams, they let him loose and he killed it. He destroyed it.
Ambrose, he threw for 4,000 yards last year. I mean, the guy had a 96 rating or something like that. Like the guy's stats aren't that bad. He's
thing is though, it's like a lot of people don't want to give him a chance, but the Browns are the worst run organization in sports. If I got drafted by the Browns, I'd pull a John Elway. I'd say no, I'm not playing for you. I'll go play baseball.
He's better than he actually is, and that's the only thing holding him above. Like his confidence is through the roof. Like so that's going to take the one time that his confidence gets shaken and there's no more Baker Mayfield. Like we won't hear anything. It will be complete silence because that physically Baker Mayfield is not his arm strength, all of his intangibles are not NFL quarterbacks. They're not they're not at that level. They could throw for 4,000 yards at Oklahoma because that's the Big 12. And I'm pretty sure for a while they weren't even playing defense in the Big 12. I don't know if there was
everybody threw for 4,000 yards.
Like 7-on-7.
I mean, it was everybody. It was like Andre Ware. It was like Andre Ware when he played for University of Houston. Yeah, the guy threw for 7,000 yards, but you're throwing on every play.
Where'd you say Swag? Where'd you say Swag?
What's up?
Where'd you say Swag?
Not you, Embers.
Oh, my bad. I was talking to the background. My bad.
Talk to the background.
But no, I mean to answer your question, Will. I don't think until the Panthers get rid of David Temper, they're going to be in any way, shape, or form a competitive team. Temper is I hate Temper's attitude. How many coaches has he ran through between his professional soccer and his professional football team?
True.
I think his attitude towards opposing fans suck ass.
I would take Cam Newton right now off the street over Baker Mayfield.
Damn.
I'm a person who just doesn't like Baker Mayfield. I since he was at Oklahoma. Didn't care for him.
New Orleans. Sorry, but I mean,
that they're the only. We need to get rid of Gil. Derek Carr still in New Orleans. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, Derek Carr's still on. I
have a soft spot in my heart for Derek Carr.
The same tier quarterback.
I'd really like to see Derek Carr go somewhere with New Orleans.
Coaching staff in New Orleans, they're going to do. Dennis Allen should have been fired this offseason.
Oh, he should have been. I agree. He should have been.
Yeah, that was a real head scratcher.
He should have been fired.
Derek Carr has the ability to take a team from average to slightly above average. There is definitely talent there just with his presence and his game knowledge. But he got his ass kicked for what was it, 13 years with the Raiders?
Oh no. It was like 7 or 8.
It felt like 13.
For him, it felt like 20.
It probably did.
Yeah.
Everything he went through with fucking Gruden and everything else that he had to deal with in that organization, changing city and all that.
Look,
I don't know that he's got. I don't know that he's got enough gas in the tank that when it comes down to it, and they're in that last game of the season, and if they win, they're going to be able to get over and get into the postseason and try and make an actual run, even though they're probably 7-9. And he's going to struggle. It's
though, I respectfully disagree because I'm looking at his career statistics right now. He's got a 65% completion percentage.
Derek Carr's?
Yes.
Derek Carr's numbers are we don't have to go through them. Derek Carr's numbers are really good. On paper, Derek Carr's numbers are really good. The thing is, like, we're talking about two quarterbacks right now, Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr. It's hilarious because one of them's got a lot of quit in him. Derek Carr has a lot of quit in him. Is probably physically a really good NFL quarterback, but has a lot of quit. So if you took Baker Mayfield's attitude and demeanor and put it into Derek Carr, you have Aaron Rodgers sort of. Like you have
I'm saying this as a Raiders fan. Derek Carr probably has the quit in him because he went through like 80 head coaches, 80 quarterback coaches.
My only call for pause. I don't cover the team per se, but my only cause for pause is when what's the one thing the quarterback needs the most? A damn offensive line. Yeah. And the Saints don't have a line.
No, and that's what I said. Because in that division is such a disaster. You're probably you can win the division going 7-9.
Yep,
7-10.
That's pretty much what happened last year.
Probably five wins.
Yeah, for real. I mean, Atlanta's the lead-on favorite now. What do you guys think they're gonna do with Kirk Cousins?
They're not gonna do.
He'll get him in the playoffs. He has a healthy. He got some receivers to throw to.
He'll do what he does with every team.
And the best running back in that division.
You got to think about it coming up with ATL.
Hold on, Seven. What were you saying?
Atlanta, because of what they did with signing Cousins to a 4-year deal and then drafting a rookie quarterback, Atlanta's going to just not do a goddamn thing.
Also, as of today, to shift for a minute, Caleb Williams still hasn't signed with the Bears. He says he knows he said he knows what he's worth.
Fuck Caleb Williams.
So I guess the Bears offered him, like $3 and he's worth $5. I don't know.
In the words of Eric, our co-anchor, Caleb Williams is a fuckboy.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, he's
thumbs it up.
I like Sherman Williams better.
He's going to be Andre Ware. He's going to play a season and then just be out.
Hey, Will, just real quick on your Saints, by the way. Part of their problem might be that they signed a wildcat quarterback to a $50 million contract.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Maybe a part of the problem. I don't know. For a fucking league, it's impossible to run the wildcat. For a set, you can't run in the NFL. They signed a guy for $50
I don't understand. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. was right in that spot.
They might as well have signed an option quarterback.
You should have.
Like an actual option quarterback.
Can I say?
But Jeremiah Trotter Jr. was right in that spot. It's not like we're not needing for linebacker help. You could have picked him up.
Tommy was on the street, and then
the defense some damn justice.
Tommy Frazier was on the street, bro. You could have had an option quarterback, right? Triple option, fullback fake, run it down the line, right? And you can pitch it, right? Because you can do that in the NFL, right? Because those linebackers aren't freakishly fast, right? No. Okay, yeah. So, no, they are. I forgot. You can't run the fucking Wildcat, and they signed a Wildcat quarterback.
No, I don't understand that, man.
I
don't get it.
I will say, he does it somehow. He always gets some yards, somehow.
Who?
Taysom Hill. He always manages to get some yards or a touchdown or forward pass.
Yeah, but they already said
when he gets in the game, that is. He produces.
But they already said he's going to be more of a tight end this year. What were you saying, Swag?
Oh, hell.
Tight end. I was saying, do y'all still got T Hill for the Saints?
Yeah, Taysom Hill. That's who we were talking about.
He's still there.
Yeah, what were you saying, Seven?
He's a special.
Sorry, he just took a big old swig of water.
You find this big ass deal to for a guy that you're going to be using as a tight end this year that I don't think would be a first or second tight end in the top 15 teams.
Weighs 210 pounds. So
yeah.
They should have just put him as a slot receiver. I don't get it.
Yeah. They say he's up to 230. That's what they say.
He's a $50 million Matthew Slater. That's basically what he is.
Basically.
So, Will, did the Saints Saints owned by the same people that own the Mets?
The disrespect is real.
In New Orleans, the Saints really don't come
Might as well throw the Bulls in there too, goddamn.
You might as well throw them in there too.
Hey, you might as well
just throw the Bulls in there too. Damn.
Hey, that's a guy that can hold a football. Give him $50 million.
Do the teams that know you're a fan of them, Will? Do they know that you're bad luck, or
they might as well just sign Grimace to play quarterback. But anyway,
Marcus Russell is long retired. Will
Jamarcus Russell just got arrested, by the way?
Yeah, dude. Dude's still in the news, though. Dude's still in the news.
I hate to call a dude out like that, but like I thought the story was just too good.
He put himself out there.
Call that
damn fault.
out, dude.
I know. I've just guys have been arrested. All right, it's not the greatest.
He did it to the damn self, man.
I've been arrested. It's been public.
How do you take a check for $74,000 and then not give it to the player? Fucking dumbass, dude.
He needs money, man.
Dude,
where was it going?
How much purple drink $74,000 buys?
Jamarcus Russell was having a good time.
You need that purple drink, man.
It wasn't going to anything.
We're in a bad economy. Codeine is expensive.
It is. Hey, I mean,
he said codeine. All right. Let's go ahead, finish up this show. We're gonna finish up the show on a strong note. We got a lot of baseball to get through, so let's go ahead and bring in the 7th inning stretch.
I want to be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints.
Just to let y'all know before 7 gets started, in their last 10, the Mets are 4-6. You motherfuckers.
Hey, they're the same as the Mariners.
Oh, maybe they should try out the Hamburglar.
They do that 16 times during the season, Will. They do that 16 times.
No, you want to know? You want to know who that last 10 record for the New York Mets is better than?
Jesus.
Who? The Yankees?
The New York fucking Yankees are holding in the last
my
time.
anger and
I love
You set me up for that. I didn't even know that was coming. I was going to wait until later to talk shit about how bad the Yankees are doing.
All right, before 7 goes off this tangent, 7, can I run something by you?
All right, what you got?
What do you think of this new strategy on double plays where the players aren't sliding? They're actually just running through the base and it's throwing defenses off.
Absolutely fucking do it. Why not?
It's really interesting because it is really perplexing the defenses. It is
been happening for a long time. That's what we did in high school ball.
Absolutely. Just
run it out.
Make them throw around you. Don't hit them. Make them throw around you.
Because they have to work as the runner. You have right away on the base path. They have to work around you. So if you being there interrupts their play, that's not your fault. Now you can't just bulldoze a player, go out of your way and bulldoze a player. They've taken that out, unfortunately. Well,
I think it's interesting because they gave rights back to the baseman, so you can't slide into them because you're going to get called for interference. So now the offense is shifted.
I have to interrupt. Even Ambrose's dog does not agree with them.
Yeah,
he's making a comment.
Come on, don't talk about your mom like that.
Look, he's right next to you. Can you really not see him right next to your head?
The dog said, hell no. Wrong.
He only saw him on the camera.
Okay. All right. So the full rosters for the MLB All-Star teams were announced yesterday. Home Run Derby is a week from tonight.
Yes.
All-Star Game is a week from tomorrow. In the American League, here are the full rosters.
Go Logan Gilbert.
Got some solid.
Yeah, Vlad Jr.
Vladdy Jr. Nepotism invite, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
No, I think it's one team. You need one representative for each team.
You do. It was
and it's honestly, it's the only problem that I had on this side was that Bobby Witt wasn't the starter. However, Bobby Witt Jr. wasn't the starter for shortstop, but Gunnar Henderson is having one of the most phenomenal fucking seasons of a young player that I've seen in a long time.
Yo, I live in the Baltimore market, and he has saved me a lot of money on Papa John's.
Probably the only guy that starts over Bobby Witt.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Period. He is. Aaron Judge, and Gunnar Henderson are the only two guys that should probably start over Bobby Witt at this point.
And then the National League, how do you put in Pete Alonso over Christian Walker? This pissed me off. Don't get me wrong. I get Pete Alonso's a likable guy, but Christian Walker,
is he the only Met?
There's one more, I thought.
Oh, he is. He is the only man.
That's why.
Okay, he is. Okay.
God damn it.
That's weird, right?
It is weird.
No,
Grimace was unavailable.
Damn.
Shota's a Met. Shota's a Met, right, Tony? Shota's a Met.
Yeah, Shota's pitcher. Okay.
Yeah, Shota Imanaga.
They didn't have to.
Yeah.
They didn't have to, but I get that Pete Alonso's won the home run derby twice, and they want to have him still included. He's not going to do it if he's not in the All-Star roster. But that's just Christian
Didn't they change the rules? You can be in the home run derby if you're not on the roster.
Right, right. You can.
Pete Alonso's not going to do it.
He's not going to make that trip just to do that. He doesn't need to anymore.
Pete Alonso play for?
The Mets.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Shota and Pete Alonso are the only two from the Mets that made it. But no, Christian Walker deserves to be.
Can I see the AL roster again, please, Tony, real quick? Sorry.
Logan was the only one that made it from the Mariners, right? Logan Gilbert.
Yeah.
Because I was going to make an argument about
I actually have
J-Rod not making it, but then I saw J-Rod's stats and I'm like,
he's having a rough year. He had a rough start, real bad. I'm actually gonna go against the Yankee right here and say that why in the fuck is Clay Holmes why? Why is Clay Holmes on that roster?
He's one of the worst closers in baseball right now.
Bro, I call him Clay the roller coaster Holmes. Every time that guy comes in, I don't know what's gonna happen.
It was a lot better before they allowed fan votes.
It's like there's guys on the corner immediately. Like they just spot two runners to Clay Holmes. Like something happens.
It was better before they did the fan votes, and it was meritocracy, and the players voted.
For me, the thing with Clay Holmes is they were talking about it last night in the game against Boston, but he's lost like 13 of his last 17 save attempts, I thought is what they said.
Damn.
How is that an all-star?
So when he came in first, he had good stuff, like 97 cutter. He throws a 97-mile-an-hour cut fastball that is dirty, okay?
It is.
So
it's dirty.
It's dirty. Sometimes it doesn't move. So sometimes it is literally a 97-mile-an-hour down the middle fastball. And he doesn't know whether it's going to move or not. Like I think he got us up to about 75% of the time. So one out of every 4 fucking cutters he throws doesn't move, and it's bad, dude. Like so the
Yankees got to call up Mo and be like, "This guy's throwing a cutter. You got to come in and teach him your secret, man."
I think Mo can do better.
They've got to do something with him. It's why he is one of the principal reasons why the Yankees are 3-7 in their last 10. It's because he can't close out a fucking game.
It's because he was big, sexy, dude. He was like 6'5", 240, throws 97 in 2018. That's a big time prospect. That's a big time closer, right? He was drafted really high, all that shit, right? So like they just got boners over him as a 19-year-old. But that's 5 fucking years ago, bro. Guys, look, have you seen Anthony Munoz for the Mariners fucking close? That dude throws 103. He throws 103. Like everybody throws 100 now. Like Clay Holmes' 97-mile-an-hour fastball, especially if it doesn't move, is nothing.
Hold on, but as a counter to this, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Red Sox fan. I'm saying this because Kenley Jensen has now tied Craig Kimbrell at 5th in saves. He does not throw.
He knows how to pitch.
Very rare occasion, he does not throw above 95. But he locates all of his pitches. And Clay Holmes, he's got power, but he doesn't have any fucking location.
You said it, Tony. Clay Holmes throws, doesn't pitch.
Wait, Tony, you're a Red Sox fan?
He doesn't throw. He pitches. He knows how to pitch.
I was thrown off by the fact that Tony said he's a Red Sox fan because he put a coherent sentence together.
Yeah.
Wow. And he didn't say the N-word in it. Wow. Count it.
Anyway,
but Boston fans.
And this has been in segueing to talking about the Yankees, because this has been the thing, because like on the Friday night game, the first game in the series of this weekend against Boston, the Yankees legitimately had that game. They were up 3-1, bottom of the 9th, 1 strike left, and Boston gets a 2-run shot to tie the game, and then Boston takes it in the top of the 10th with another 2 runs.
I'm just waiting for the Yankees to trade for Paul Skeens.
That particular case is they're going to get him. And Bobby Witt probably does.
Oh, they'll get him.
But in that particular case, that's what's dude's name? The Tanaka? It's Masahiro Tanaka? No, that's
Masataka Yoshida.
There you go. Sorry, Tanaka was fucking the Yankee.
He hadn't hit home runs since the middle of April. When he hit that home run,
right? Everybody. It's like Smith. No.
Damn.
No, but dude hits that like he's seriously the Asian guys hit the left. They for some reason they hit low balls better. And I think Clay Holmes threw a good pitch.
It's because they're short.
He didn't know. Well, no, they have literally like the swing for it, dude. That's
Ichiro's
the Japanese
swing,
style. Yeah, like
Ichiro's swing. If you watch Ichiro and the way that he used to swing for the Mariners, naturally he just had that low up. Lower to the ground so that you can pick it up.
Step out of the box before the fucking pitch is even there. Like they're like a step out and they're swinging at the same time. Yeah. It's a softball swing.
Well,
it's a softball swing is what it is.
They learn baseball different there. Here you learn how to hit the big fly and you learn how to hit the home run. There they teach you how to get on base.
My point though, Tone, is that he threw a fucking really good cut fastball to a dude who just happened to be able to hit those pitches very well, right? That's a good pitch to anybody else. Anybody else, that's a good pitch. He just went down and got it. If you watch the pitch, it's like, okay, that's a good location. The dude just went and got it.
Look at Devers' second home run yesterday is the kind of counter to that, because the pitch that was thrown to Devers with that 2-run home run that he hit yesterday, that pitch was a foot outside of the strike zone, and Devers reached out and sent it yard.
Damn.
He touched it.
If you go back and you look at it, it was out of the strike zone. It was way outside. Like it was far enough outside that Angel Hernandez actually would have called it a ball. That's how far outside of it.
Damn.
Rafi's got big time power.
And Rafi just fucking sends it. And so there's things like that you can't hold against the Yankees, because that's just player being elite. And Rafi
has some bad luck. But at the same time, you can't fucking just blame that for it's just bad bounces. It's Major League Baseball bounces is what it is. Like it just happens. Like there's just weird shit that happens all the time. Like they get rained out in the middle of games where dudes are going well. It's like shit's just fucking happen. It'll be fine. Like that's what I was saying. I'm not worried about it because
also we started this segment without saying fuck Rob Manfred.
Right. We haven't gotten to it yet. It's on the list of things.
Oh, it's gonna be there.
Hold on. Can I say something real quick, guys? Can I say something?
There you go.
Fuck Rob Manfred. But no, it's so. I will give this. I will serve this up to our resident Yankees fans. Dan, I'll let you take this one first. Okay. What do the Yankees need to do to right the ship?
Get a better relief staff.
They honestly they just they need depth. Giancarlo Stanton was a huge hit, dude. Giancarlo was having a fucking great year, dude. And he's like that backup. Bye, John. But he's like that backup. Like he was like the 4 guy that they needed to back up Soto and Judge, because Soto and Judge is all they have at this point, and like they can't, like they just can't fucking do it. They're not going to be able to carry the whole, because you have to have, obviously the rest of the guys have to go up to bat.
And Ben Rice is showing, but he needs to have consistency because he didn't do shit yesterday.
Ben Rice out of nowhere too. So and what a lot of people don't know about is like they lost Jason Dominguez as well, who was fucking, they call him the Martian, dude. He's like literally, that guy's a fucking he's going to be a real good player, and he's out for 4 to 6 months or whatever. So like they were just going to bring him up in place of Giancarlo or whatever. And honestly, he probably would have been a better replacement than Verdugo's having a tough time. Like it is what it is.
I think Verdugo got rattled by Boston.
I think a lot of what's going on with the Yankees is when Cashman initially took over, he inherited Gene Michael's team. And Gene Michael knew how to put together a team, and Gene Michael was there to kind of pass the torch to Cashman.
Wasn't that like 13 years ago?
No, it was a longer time than that.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
No way that can be affected with their
Cashman team. On his own, the thing about Joe Torre's Yankees is he had guys he could rely on the bench. And they don't deep. Have that. They don't have that.
Depth is their biggest problem right now.
They were deep because they didn't just pay everybody. It's actually built teams.
Like that 98 Yankees team.
Stacked.
None of them are Hall of Famers.
Bullshit.
Except for Derek Jeter.
I was going to say Derek Jeter.
And is Posada in yet? Posada will get in.
Is Posada? Wait, I thought he got in.
Yeah, and Bernie Williams has a shot at it, honestly, just because of the fucking World Series.
He'll get in on the vet committee.
Yeah. So I think a lot of are those guys Hall of Fame players? No, there wasn't
like Rochus, not a Hall of Fame player. Tino Martinez, not a Hall of Fame player.
Paul O'Neill.
Paul O'Neill's borderline.
Jorge Posada is not a Hall of Famer.
I mean, Paul O'Neill still has to deal with the domestic abuse charges coming from the water cooler.
Andy Pettit's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Andy Pettit won't get in because of the steroid scandal.
David Cohn.
David Cohn's borderline.
Obviously Mariano. So like they're I mean they're pitching staff.
Mo was on the team.
Nasty.
Okay, so you had Mo and Derek Jeter.
El Duque?
What's up?
Orlando Hernandez?
He's not in.
I'm just saying, like that. I think that Orlando Hernandez is close to being a Hall of Famer. I mean, just Hall of Fame. Like
they have a lot of borderline guys, but the thing is, it was a cohesive team.
It was there was a lot of chemistry on that team that really helped shift that run that the Yankees made in that period.
When they put Scott Brocious at third base, everyone was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And Scott Brocious was like a hero in the playoffs.
That was also at a time where if you drank the Yankee Kool-Aid, you got better just off of presence alone.
Right.
There's 5. You could make an argument. There's 5 Hall of Famers on their team right now.
Potentially, yes. I put Bernie Williams in. I put Paul O'Neill in. I'd put El Duque's borderline.
I'm saying right now, though.
I don't know. I'd give it to El Duque.
I'm saying right now. I think so too.
He won with 2 different teams. He won with the Yankees and the White Sox.
Plus, that leg kick is fucking legendary. That should be Hall of Fame itself. Yeah. Right now, they have Judge, Soto, Rizzo, Stanton, and Garrett Cole. That's fine.
I don't know that Cole earned it yet. I think he's on the path, but I don't
potential. Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm saying because Juan Soto technically hasn't earned it yet, but Juan Soto's go to the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? So like we can kind of project out here and say that probably Juan Soto, Cole, fucking Rizzo probably. Giancarlo definitely, dude. Giancarlo's gonna hit 600 home runs probably.
Yeah, but
he can stay healthy at all.
The problem with today's Yankees is in Joe Torre's Yankees, you could call in Enrique Wilson off the bench and you know there's a good chance he's gonna get on base.
They have young guys for sure. I mean, honestly, Oswaldo Cabrera, I think, is a fucking great player.
Absolutely.
Who's just like he's a utility guy. I fucking love Oswaldo Cabrera. Where in the world is Oswaldo Cabrera?
But there also, I think, for me, I have to say, I think I have a bigger problem with Cashman as a GM than I do with Boone as a head coach. Because I think Boone actually does a lot more for that locker room as far as impact is concerned than Cashman has on building that roster.
If Boone gets fired, he'll get picked up immediately.
Absolutely.
He'll get picked up immediately. He is not Cashman. George Steinbrenner was running that team. Like George Steinbrenner was running that fucking team. Cashman wasn't. Cashman doesn't know how to listen to scouts. Cashman knows how to write a check.
How many people on the Yankees are injured at this point?
They have a couple of big ones. I mean,
Rizzo being one, correct?
Rizzo, Giancarlo. I think Giancarlo Stanton's the biggest one, honestly, because they needed a dude behind Soto, Judge.
Yeah.
Because if you watch Soto, Judge, dude, those guys are on base it seems like.
Yeah, and if you don't have a cleanup hitter to bring him home.
Because you're just going to pitch around him.
It's gotten to the point where Judge's personal batting coach is even like, I've got my guy putting up MVP numbers and the team can't do shit.
You got Soto chasing, which he never does. Because he's desperate for a hit because they're just throwing him 4 balls. If he can stand up there and just take 4 balls and take a walk every time. He wants to get hit. He wants to hit. Like there's no.
It's just a competitor.
Yeah, but the thing is, he was like that with the Nationals too. Soto was so goddamn frustrating to watch.
Dude, I love watching Juan Soto, dude.
He's a solid hitter, but he can be impatient at the plate when you don't want to pitch to him.
Right, he gets pissed off because you're just like, hey, come on. That's what that Soto shuffle shit's about. It's like, come on, bro. Come on, fucking give me a pitch.
And the thing is, if you know how to pitch to Soto, you're striking him out. You throw him inside first.
I don't remember
he gets mad. You get in his head. It's just because he's such a good hitter. It's frustrating to watch him because he has no. He reminds me. He's a lot better, but he reminds me of a while back. There was a player named Angel Barroa. Angel Barroa.
Juan Soto reminds you of Angel Barroa.
Yeah, because he had no plate discipline.
Juan Soto has the most plate discipline in Major League Baseball, hands down, without a doubt. There's nobody who's even a close second. He has the most plate discipline. His on-base percentage is like 458 right now. He has the most walks in Major League Baseball. That's plate discipline. Correct? Am I wrong?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You're right.
He only has 2 strikeouts on the year, so that's less than 1 a game.
He doesn't strike out at all hardly.
So would it be fair to say then that all the Yankees need to do is get healthy and they're going to be fine?
Absolutely.
Because by getting healthy, it takes care of their depth issue.
I think they need to make some deals at the trade deadline.
They need to build depth.
At least
one. And I think the difference is Boston is going to be looking for some heavy pieces if they're going to buy at the deadline. New York needs bench guys.
Yeah. So eventually, you would say where the Red Sox are looking for that piece, the Yankees are more kind of, we need a small plug here and a small guy here, and we're good to go.
If I'm Brian Cashman, and he won't do it because he doesn't know what he's doing, I look at expendable prospects and I look at cash, and I start offering for bench players.
We don't have any expendable prospects.
Yeah, he depleted them all.
Yeah, we have a couple that we're not going to let go, but yeah, Spencer Jones and Dominguez are the only shit we have basically. Gabriel Arias, but he's like 3 years away. We have nobody. It's not fucking.
And that's the thing is your farm system is not what it needs to be.
Top heavy.
I mean,
because Cashman ignores the goddamn scouts.
He does, and I mean, what are you left with? Are you gonna do? Try and trade Oswaldo Cabrera? And hope that DJ LeMahieu.
I mean, like you look at a team,
or do you trade LeMahieu?
You have to trade LeMahieu.
I mean, I think that I ultimately, you're New York. I think LeMahieu is one of your biggest trade pieces because there is enough around him that there will be teams that will be interested. That you can get a bench piece for him that you're going to be able to rely on because they don't realize the inconsistencies that LeMahieu has.
Yeah,
because when he's on way too far.
My least favorite player to watch for sure is DJ LeMahieu.
All right, you guys. Championships are built with great scouts. That's why Tampa Bay has developed into a winner.
Sort of.
That's why Kansas City is doing well this year.
But don't win titles.
They won one back in 2015.
They've been to the World Series more recently than the Yankees have.
Yes, but they didn't. I mean, they didn't win. They don't win consistently because they don't have a payroll for it.
Well, but
you need a payroll too.
All right, Seven. You got anything else before we wrap this thing up, buddy?
Not at this point. Podcast name deferred. Our baseball show probably going to come back after the break. We were going to do it next week, but
you still want me for that?
Yeah, I'll set something up with you. We're going to have it. I think the first episode is just going to be me and Craig, and then we'll kind of build out from there. But yeah, I'm going to get you in.
Okay.
Cowboy Dan.
It's hard to keep the bend. It's a little small in my head.
But yeah, podcast name deferred. We'll come back after the break. Haven't talked with Dan yet about After Dark, but at some point it may come back if Dan can stop all the extra work he does.
I'm rocking this. All
right, with the sleeveless shirt and the cowboy hat, Dan looks like Chris Hansen about to walk into his house, tell him to have a seat.
Now he looks like he's about to take over as lead singer in Nickelback.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
All right, guys. We want to say thank you for everybody. We want to say thank you for everybody coming through tonight. We appreciate you guys. It was a good show tonight. Great show tonight. A lot of good topics, a lot of good information that got out there. Appreciate everybody in TV land coming out with us.
Hold on. Whoa, we've got the biggest part. Fuck Rob Manfred.
Or Rob Manfred. Fuck him.
Fuck Rob Manfred.
Fuck him. And on that note, we'll see you guys again next week. Right here.
Just driving back in black. Just got my license back and now I'm down, sat up and I'm ran aside with dad. Man, if you see me.
Fuck you, Ambrose. Seriously, dude. What?
And the dog went.
Yeah, that dog knows a fucking a musician when it sees it.